Welcome to Cultural Canvas with Abir Pothi, where we delve into the rich tapestry of Indian art and culture. Today, we explore the exquisite painting style of the Kishangarh School of Paintings and News Bani Thani. The state was founded in 1609 by Kishan Singh, one of the sons of the king of Jodhpur. By the mid-17th century, under the patronage of Man Singh, 1658 to 1706, artists had already begun working in the regional court. By the early 18th century, during the reign of Raj Singh, 1706 to 1748, a distinctive style of painting had evolved in the region. This style tended to elongate the human form, made lavish use of green, and had a penchant for depicting panoramic landscapes. With Raj Singh's initiation into the Pushtimargya cult of Vallabhacharya, themes of Krishna Leela became personal favorites for the rulers of the region and represented a significant portion of their court art. Maharaj Savant Singh was the eldest son of Raj Singh and later on became the king. Savant Singh's most celebrated and outstanding artist was Nihal Chand. Nihal Chand worked for Savant Singh between 1735 and 1757, creating paintings based on Savant Singh's poetry that portrayed the theme of divine lovers, Radha and Krishna, in courtly surroundings, often appearing tiny within vast and detailed panoramic landscapes. In the region, artists excelled in depicting these vistas in accentuated colors. Savant Singh, under the pen name Nagari Das, composed devotional poetry on Krishna and Radha in Braj Bhasha. He is said to have been passionately in love with a young singer who was given the title Bani Thani, the bewitching lady of fashion, because of her unparalleled beauty and elegance. She was an attendant of Raj Singh's wife and a gifted poetess, singer, and dancer. Bani Thani became Savant Singh's muse for his poetry, which celebrated the love of Radha and Krishna. He writes about her in a poem, Bihari Jas Chandrika, which became the basis for Nihal Chand's painting of Bani Thani, thus representing a blending of poetry and painting. Troubled by fratricidal conflict, Savant Singh eventually abdicated the throne in 1757 and retired to Vrindavan along with Bani Thani. The exaggerated facial type became the distinctive and salient stylistic feature of the Kishangarh school, is believed to have been derived from the attractively sharp facial features of Bani Thani. Artist Nihal Chand is credited with developing this exquisite and characteristic physiognomy, where figures of Savant Singh and Bani Thani are always represented as Krishna and Radha in brilliantly colored, panoramic landscapes. Radha's face in Bani Thani is unique, with deeply curved eyes, an exaggerated arch of the eyebrows, a pointed nose, a serpentine curl of hair spiraling down the cheek, thin lips, and a pronounced chin. Today, the themes and styles of this style of paintings continue to inspire artists. Bani Thani's depiction as Radha has become a cultural icon, representing the timeless beauty and elegance of Indian art. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Stay tuned to Abir Pothi for more explorations into the rich heritage of Indian art. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.